He's doing really good.
Good.
He's awake, moving all of his extremities. He even said his name for us. Okay. Those are all positive signs. If someone has a stroke, usually they can't do that. So, we went slow because it was stuck from the radiation. It wasn't terrible, but the artery's definitely not normal. And there was a bunch of big veins because of that clot. I think we talked about that. And we just took our time and tied each of those individually and made sure that those aren't going to bleed afterwards, because that can be a real problem after one of these operations. Not a lot of space in the neck. So we just took our time and got all of those. The actual, once we got down on the artery, the cleaning it out part went about as smooth as it can.
Skipper family.
If you're interested, I told you I took a picture for you.
Oh, yes.
I think this is what happened. I honestly think this is the cause of this problem. That's what it looks like when it's still like you scoop it out and it's kind of See, this is his name there. This is the branch that goes up to the face, and then this is going up to the brain. And you can see where it kind of tapers to this almost narrowed thing.
That's the artery itself?
That's the gunk we cleaned out of it. And then I took another picture just to kind of, the reason I think this probably was the problem, it's hard, it doesn't really show it very well in here, but normally when someone comes in and it's not symptomatic at all, you can see the little channel, that's all that was the little pinhole that was getting flowed through it. This is the big common part before it branches, and this is where it branches up towards the brain, and there's just those little pinholes. This was very soft. You can even see how it's kind of smeared on my glove there. And usually when they're just real calcified, they're not causing strokes or TIAs. They're not soft. They're really hard. This one was really soft, which is a sign that this probably was what happened. It probably something in the plaque changed. The theory we think, it's kind of like with heart attacks, is that something inside that plaque breaks down and the body puts clot on it to try to cover up the break, and then some of that clot can break off and go to the brain. But it looked like there was some kind of acute soft clot on there. So I suspect this was what caused his symptoms the other day.
Wonderful.
So I think it really was probably a TIA. And all the more I'm glad we got it fixed, okay? Like I said, he's woken up. The brain waves never changed during the surgery. The EEG was normal the whole time. And we sewed a patch on it to leave the artery a little bit bigger so it should not come back. His is a little different. It's definitely radiation. I think this was radiation induced. It just, again, experience. There's just a woodiness almost, is the way what we describe it as. And so, unfortunately, you can even see the changes in the skin up even higher where he has radiation changes. And the artery looked pretty good where we sewed it, but it definitely was a little bit woody. And so we need to follow him closely and make sure he doesn't develop the same problem higher up or something like that now that we fixed this. Usually doesn't happen, but I would say he's probably at a little bit more of a risk than the average person because of the radiation.
Okay.
All right? And it's weird, it can be like this, it can be years down the road. But the artery's just not normal. It's just, nothing is normal after they do all that radiation. I mean, you can see it even in his face and in his skin, and I'm sure the skin cancers he has are probably an outcome because of the radiation as well.
No.
Is it something that he just has?
No, his father and two
Gotcha, they had the same problem.
half sisters had the same problem, and plus he, as a Marine, used motor oil as suntan lotion, so back then, obviously it didn't work.
What about his voice?
He sounds
said
really
his
good.
name.
He was speaking to us, and everything sounds good. His tongue is in the middle, which is a good sign that the nerves that control all of that are fine. We saw all the major nerves and were able to move them out of the way, and there was nothing that seemed unusual. I mean, those are always concerns with these scarred necks like this, but we saw everything like we wanted to. So
That's good. Wonderful.
Do you think he'll make a full recovery?
I think he'll be back to himself. Yes. He's going to probably have a headache, and we're going to keep him in the ICU. He was a little sensitive when we were starting dissecting. His blood pressure and heart rate tried to drop, so we had to numb up the area around the artery. I think we talked about that a little bit yesterday. He was sensitive enough that I just am going to have him put him in the ICU so we can monitor his blood pressure with the continuous line in his wrist, the arc line. But if it looks good in the morning tomorrow, he can go to a room. And then
So you
hopefully
keep
home
him overnight.
Oh, definitely. And then hopefully home maybe either tomorrow night or Sunday.
Don't
they live an hour away.
Yeah.
So don't rush it. I mean,
Yeah.
if it was your daddy an hour away, that's the way you know. I know. I'm just nervous because it's a long way.
And it's not an hour freeway. We've got 10
No,
minutes.
country roads.
We've got
I've
10
driven up.
miles
You said you
freeway.
live up closer to Walker County, right? It's beautiful
we're-
up there.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's that new highway that they put up there, didn't they? Put up like a new
Yeah, but
interstate.
They're a long way from it.
Yeah.
They just don't have good.
Sure.
I mean, fire departments are even voluntary.
When you go
There's
to the
not a.
country from Walker County, you get one of those.
Fair enough. All right.
That's, we appreciate
Oh,
it.
of course, my
We
pleasure.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.
So he'll be in the recovery room for just a little bit till the bed in the ICU is ready, and then John will let you know which bed he gets assigned to. And just go up there and hang out with him and see him. And then I have clinic. I'll be back over as soon as clinic's over to check up on him, and we'll chat, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
But so far, so good. And,
So we will be able to at least see him for a minute. And
you can, yeah, you can. They'll let you spend some time with him there.
Good. Okay.
They usually get him up, they get him clean, and make him look pretty before they let you come in and see him.
Oh, he'll appreciate that now.
All right, I'll see y'all later today. Okay.
Thanks so
Absolutely,
much.
my pleasure.